The impact of 30 days of watermelon on aging bodies. As we get older, a lot of us start to notice things that weren't there before. Maybe your skin doesn't have the same vibrancy, your joints are a little more vocal in the morning, and your focus, well, let's just say it feels like you're running on a lower wattage. It's easy to think this is just an inevitable part of the aging process, but I wanted to run an experiment. Something simple and grounded in real food. For 30 days, I made a commitment to eat a significant amount of watermelon every single day. No complex protocols, no expensive supplements, and the results were, frankly, quite interesting. Could this incredibly common fruit actually have a measurable biological impact on the aging process? I decided to track it all: skin health, joint stiffness, energy, mental clarity, to see what the data would show. The why, my motivation, so why watermelon? To be honest, it started with a feeling of frustration. The person in the mirror looked tired. The fine lines felt more pronounced, and my mornings were becoming a symphony of creaks and groans. On top of that, a persistent brain fog had settled in, and that second cup of coffee was becoming a non-negotiable part of my day. I was tired of feeling tired. Now, you can hear all over the internet about $1,000 creams and exotic anti-aging treatments. I was skeptical. I wanted something accessible. That led me down a rabbit hole into the research, and I kept seeing data on the unique compounds in watermelon. Words like lycopene, citrulline, and antioxidants kept appearing. Lycopene, which gives watermelon its red color, is a powerful antioxidant. The data suggests it may help protect our cells from oxidative stress. Then there's citrulline, an amino acid that gets converted into arginine in the body, which plays a critical role in nitric oxide production and can improve blood flow. Better blood flow is crucial for everything from cardiovascular health to muscle recovery. And of course, the obvious, watermelon is about 92% water. Proper hydration is key. The science was intriguing. It seemed almost too simple. Could adding this one fruit to my daily routine really address the very things that were bothering me? The dull skin, the achy joints, the foggy mind? It felt like a low-risk, high-reward experiment. So the challenge was born. 2 large slices of watermelon every single day for 1 full month. The journey. A 30-day recap, week 1. Adaptation and logistics. The first few days, the most immediate effect was, as you'd probably expect, hydration. My energy levels felt more stable, and I noticed a slight reduction in bloating, which was an interesting outcome. But then came the logistics. A whole watermelon takes up a lot of refrigerator space. There's a real commitment to cutting, storing, and ensuring you always have one ready. By day 5, my body was still adapting to the high water and fruit intake, and I had some cravings for my usual savory foods. But I stuck with it, reminding myself of the why behind this N01 experiment. At the end of week 1, there were no dramatic changes, but I felt cleaner, more hydrated. The plateau and the push through. Week 2 was the real test of commitment. The initial novelty wore off, and the daily ritual became just that, a ritual. This is where the mental challenge comes in. However, this was also the week I started to notice the first tangible, positive changes. I enjoy working out, but muscle soreness is a constant factor. Around day 10, I realized my post-workout recovery felt more efficient. The typical deep aches were less intense. This was my first real-world encounter with the potential benefits of citrulline, which the data suggests can help reduce muscle soreness by improving blood flow and oxygen delivery to tissues. My energy levels were also becoming more consistent. That 3 p.m. slump that used to send me for more caffeine was less pronounced. I felt more mentally alert, likely a direct result of being properly hydrated, perhaps for the first time in a long time. These were the small but significant shifts that provided the motivation to continue. And it was around day 15 that I started noticing a significant change in my skin, which I'll get to in just a moment. If you're finding this journey interesting and are thinking about your own health, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I'm always exploring accessible ways to improve our health and performance. Weeks 3 and 4, the transformation. This is where things became undeniable. The daily habit was now ingrained, and the benefits were becoming clearly observable. First, my skin. Any discussion about health has to include a discussion about skin, because it so often reflects our internal state. My complexion looked brighter, more even-toned. It looked deeply hydrated from the inside out. Now, this isn't just an imagined effect. Watermelon is a fantastic source of vitamin C, which is critical for collagen production, the protein that keeps skin firm. It's also packed with vitamin A, which helps create and repair skin cells. The powerful antioxidant lycopene helps protect skin from environmental stresses that accelerate aging. Next, my joints. The morning stiffness I mentioned, it was significantly reduced. Getting out of bed was less of an event. While the aches didn't vanish, they were dialed down. We keep coming back to inflammation as a general issue for health, and this is likely thanks to watermelon's anti-inflammatory properties. Compounds in watermelon, like lycopene, may help reduce systemic inflammation, which is a major contributor to joint pain. Finally, my mind. The persistent brain fog had lifted. My focus felt sharper, my thoughts clearer. Proper hydration plays a massive role here, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. But there might be more to it. Some research suggests lycopene's antioxidant effects may help protect brain cells from damage over the long term. My short-term experience of clarity was likely a powerful combination of superior hydration and a reduced inflammatory load. The big reveal. The results. So after 30 days, what was the final verdict? Let's break it down. Skin. The most visible result was my skin. It looked healthier and more vibrant. It felt like I was giving my skin a constant infusion of water and nutrients. The combination of hydration, collagen-supporting vitamin C, and cell-repairing vitamin A created a noticeable effect. The dose of lycopene was like an internal shield against daily environmental stress. Joints and mobility. My joint comfort improved. The daily aches were less frequent and less intense. The citrulline in watermelon supports blood flow, which helps muscle function and recovery, and stronger muscles support our joints. Coupled with the fruit's anti-inflammatory compounds, my body just felt more fluid. Mind and energy. The change in my mental state was perhaps the most impactful. The brain fog was gone, replaced by sustained focus. I was no longer dependent on afternoon coffee. While short-term cognitive boosts from watermelon specifically need more research, my experience points to the powerful effect of combining superior hydration with foods that lower the body's inflammatory burden. All of that is going to make you feel more youthful. It's not an imagined effect, it is real. Unexpected benefits. I also lost about 4 pounds. This wasn't a goal, but by replacing my usual processed snacks with watermelon, I naturally reduced my calorie intake. My digestion also felt more regular thanks to the combination of water and fiber. How you can do it. 2. If you want to try this for yourself, here are a few practical tips. Choosing the perfect watermelon. Look for a melon that feels heavy for its size. Find the field spot, the creamy yellow patch where it rested on the ground. A yellow spot, not white, indicates it ripened longer. Finally, give it a thump. A ripe one should have a deep, hollow sound. Preparation and storage. The key is convenience. I found it best to wash, cut, and cube the entire watermelon at once and store it in large containers in the fridge. This way, my daily portion was always ready. You can also blend it into smoothies or add it to a salad. How much is enough? I stuck to about 2 cups per day. That's a great target to get the benefits without overdoing it on natural sugars. A word of caution. Let's face it, watermelon contains natural sugar. If you have diabetes or need to monitor your blood sugar, you need to be mindful. You decide what's best for you, but know what you're doing. It's always a good idea to speak with your doctor before making significant dietary changes. So was it worth it? Absolutely. This 30-day experiment taught me that simple, accessible, whole food interventions can have a real biological impact. It's a sustainable habit that nourishes the body from the inside out by addressing foundational things like hydration and inflammation. What's one simple health change you've made that surprised you? I'd genuinely like to know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this and want to see more experiments in accessible wellness, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching.